sucks, dude. Like, it's like...
No, it's pretty nice.
Yeah. When
in
you get older,
some
you
moments, in some moments.
Yeah. No,
Nick
in all
Nick
moments, Danny.
Nick jumps in the movie and he's like, no, when you grow up, it's going to suck. Stay alone. Stay as young as long as you can.
Cherish it. Cherish it.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Anime Summit podcast. It's your favorite host with the most, I'm the Bomb. And of course with me every week is Sushi.
Who's Sushi?
That's you, Danny.
Oh.
You're Sushi.
Oh, bonito flakes.
And Onigiri.
Mustard leaf.
Oh, Nick Giri.
Oh shit!
I fucked up. I should have said Oh Nick Giri right away.
That's my new Discord name.
Yeah, dude, Oh Nick Giri. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good
Dude,
one. I'm gonna
so
add that right now.
What's happening now is Danny is going to talk completely in sushi ingredients, just like Inumaki from Jujutsu Kaisen, because today we are going to give you a spoiler-free review of Jujutsu Kaisen 0. And you're probably like, wow, y'all's a bunch of bitches. It's not even out in theaters yet. Well, actually, by the time you're listening to this, it will be.
It will be.
It will come out today. But that's because of the homies over at Crunchyroll and Funimation, Funi, they sent me, Danny, and Nick a pre-screening of Jujutsu Kaisen. So, Jujutsu Kaisen 0.
That was fun.
So,
I felt fancy. Like, oh, I can see my email in the corner.
I felt super fancy. Yeah, it was really cool. We got a little link to watch it, a pre-screening of it, so we could give you this review. And so I really appreciate everyone over at Crunchyroll and Funimation. And yeah, dude, let's.
You know my favorite part of the pre-screening? Their video player went all the way up to 4 times speed. That was nice.
Oh my god!
Did you really watch it at 4 times speed?
It wasn't one of those cam rips with somebody's head in the middle of a movie theater. It was actually good. It was good.
I bet you Nick tried it for the first 10 minutes.
Oh, I did. I tried all of them. It went all the way from 0.25 to 4 speed. Yeah.
0.25.
I had to run a stress test.
He's like, I better make sure this works properly. You guys don't know what you're doing. Dude, yeah, it was super cool. So thank you to everyone over there. Let's just dive right in. Okay, links.animesummit.net. That's where you can find everywhere where to listen and where to party and all that good stuff. And again, shout out to Crunchyroll and Funimation for providing us with the early screening. You can catch Jujutsu Kaisen 0 in over 1,500 theaters across the nation right now. If you go, sorry, I'm on the wrong thing here. If you go to crunchyrollmovienights.com, that's where you can find tickets. Also going to be in IMAX. Okay, so today is March 18th, right? So everywhere in the United States and Canada is where you can watch it. And then I think it's already out. I think other countries got it before, like Oceania and Australia and stuff like that got it earlier this week. But for those of us, for those of you guys in North America, yeah, dude, check out crunchyrollmovienight.com. Very cool. Very excited to talk about this. So let's just do it, dude. Okay, Danny, you read it.
What's, in your opinion, the most annoying anime character? And that is from patron Mitch.
God.
One of the guys from Demon Slayer, right?
No way.
No.
Doesn't everybody hate the one guy from Demon Slayer? Is it the Pig Man?
The Pig Man's the best character. Dude, no, I don't like I don't like Takagi-san. I don't like
You don't like Five Heads? How dare you? That's my Animal Face Johnson.
Takagi-san, Tajina Senpai, Nagatoro-san, these girls just need to relax. Like, just calm down. Like, it's not that serious. You know what I mean? I don't know. Those characters are not. Or anyone in an idol group. If you're in an idol group, just get out of here. Like, no one's gonna come to your show. Fuck you. Anyway, go ahead. What about you guys?
I didn't like. Honestly, I feel like characters like the like crazy psycho who was obsessed with Komi-san and like literally threatened the main character.
You mean Tadano when she locked him in the closet?
Yeah, Ren. Like that
okay.
kind of person, or at least character in an anime. It's not tasteful.
Wait, I'm wondering, did we already do this question? We didn't already do it, did we?
No.
Okay.
What about you, Nick?
Dude, never watched it, but the guy from Naruto, what's his name? Also the girl from Naruto.
Because that helps.
There's 15 million guys and 15
The main
million
one!
girls.
You know what I'm talking about? Pink-haired girl, black-haired guy.
Sasuke
Anyway.
and Sakura?
The grape guy from My Hero Academia. Grape Man.
I thought you liked Great Man.
He's pretty funny.
Okay, well then you don't think it's...
A lot of other people would say Shinji Ikari. I just googled most annoying anime characters. I don't know. I don't like the shark teeth characters either. They're kind of stupid.
Nick doesn't like the best characters.
I can't think of anybody specifically that I'd be like comfortable saying. Okay, here's one. This show I really like, but everybody take a shot. Arya, Arya the animation. The cat Arya is actually kind of annoying.
Wow, so the
So there you
Animal Face
go.
Johnson in that show you think
Animal
is annoying.
Face Johnson annoying. I'm triggering some.
Screw you. You just don't...
Great show still.
You just didn't watch it right, probably.
Yeah.
Like, you
Didn't watch it right.
You probably watched it wrong. Oh, man. All right. Waifu and Husbando, Danny.
Waifu is Maki Zenin, and Husbando is Yuta Okotsu.
Yeah, buddy. The main boy. The big boy.
So is Maki like his girlfriend or what? Like, is that a thing?
Just a class... No, it's just a classmate.
They're just friends.
Well, as far
I
as
know
we
what that
know,
means.
But,
All right.
but yeah, dude. Jujutsu Kaisen 0.
Oh, the
It's
panda's
actu-
trying to set him up. That's what was happening. Okay.
I mean, yeah, he kind of. He was being goofy. He was being goofy about it. But Jujutsu Kaisen 0, this actually came out in 2021 in December in Japan. So everyone else got it this month, and today. But Studio Mappa, of course, still directed by Sung-Hoo Park, who directed the series. Music by Takeaki Kobayashi, script by Hiroshi Seko. And we had 4 animation directors as well as a team of like over 30 key animators: Sayaka Koiso, Takako Shimizu, Tenumi Nishi, and Yumi Kobayashi. The only name I know on there is Kobayashi. I don't know the other 3. But it is based on the 2018 manga Jujutsu Kaisen by Gege Akutami and Shueisha's weekly Shonen Jump, based on the 2017 manga Tokyo Metropolitan Curse Technical School in Shueisha's Jump Giga, later compiled as one tankobon volume, Jujutsu Kaisen 0. So
Yeah, so this was based off of like a mini one, right? Like a
it was like a 4. It was like, yeah. So like it's kind of like
manga, or
it was kind of like Burn the Witch. Yeah, like Tite Kubo's
okay.
Burn
It was
the Witch.
like Burn the Witch, but actually better.
Wow.
Yeah, it was kind of like it was a little short in Jump Giga, and then they were like, wow, this is sick, right? So then a year later, he started working on Jujutsu Kaisen.
They chained him to his desk, and he's there to this day.
Yeah, hopefully this week he's doing okay, because they delayed last week's chapter because he was not feeling well. So hopefully,
God,
yeah, it's
every manga could too. They're just
I know they're
just fucking slaves, man.
But like, yeah, dude. And then so it was later, after like the first couple volumes of Jujutsu Kaisen came out, they released Jujutsu Kaisen 0 in one volume, or Tokyo Metropolitan Curse Technical School, and they called it Jujutsu Kaisen 0. So yeah, this movie is based on that 4-part manga, volume 0. When you Google for it, like if you're like wanting to buy a copy, just type in volume 0, because that's what they call it. They don't call it like Jujutsu Kaisen 0. But yeah, if you type in volume 0, it'll come up. But yeah, dude, I didn't read Volume 0. I read it on the Shueisha app. But I actually didn't know like that it was based on I was probably like already reading Jujutsu Kaisen for like a long ass time before I realized that it was based like that what I was reading was technically a sequel to like a little mini thing he did. And I didn't read Volume 0 until like way later. But so you can imagine when I saw the trailer for this, you know, however many years, like a little bit ago, I was like, oh my god, oh. Oh, so it's pretty exciting. Plus, like a lot of the characters that you see, they kind of sprinkled in, which is kind of nice. Like added scenes.
Yeah, there's a few cameos in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not spoil the cameos. Let's leave that a little secret.
Get a little secret.
Let's just say some people are going to be needing a cleanup on aisle 3 in the movie theater.
And so, like, so because it's Volume 0, this is canon, right? So, like, you know, the main character in this movie, and of course the other 3 and Gojo and everything, are in the series later, or they will be, rather. If you've seen Jujutsu Kaisen 0, you know about Maki and Inumaki, Maki and Inumaki, Toge, and Panda are obviously in it. But yeah, in this, they're first years, so, which is super cool. But yeah, dude.
This is a dumb question, but Yuta in the movie, that's not Yuji, right? That's like,
dude, come on.
What the fuck? Dude, seriously. I don't know. I'm a super casual fan. I watched this like a year, not the movie, but the show, like when it aired. They got different color hair, right? So, different person.
They're not the same character,
They are
dude.
not the same
Right.
character.
Where the fuck is Yuta in the show then?
He's a kid.
He was only in the background too. He didn't really show up in the show.
I thought he was in the show.
He's like in.
He was mentioned.
You know, they
but
gotta not have two characters' names start with Y. That's too confusing.
In this, I think when this movie takes place, he's still in his last year of middle school or something. I don't know. But, like, yeah, he doesn't even know about any of that stuff right now. So, like, because in this, Maki and Toge and Panda are first years. So, like, well,
he's
no,
not even
Toge's
in the
second
TV
year.
show, apparently.
Who?
Yuta.
I won't say anything. But anyway, yeah, oh my god.
I'm
caught
looking it
in
up
the
on my anime list. He's not listed on there.
He's not in the first season, no. But like,
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I meant.
Oh, okay.
First season.
But yeah, this
You should have said that.
Oh yeah, it sounded like a spoiler. It sounded like, oh, he dies in the movie or whatever. That's not.
he
what I
dies in
meant.
the movie.
Yeah. That's not what I meant.
Dude.
It's a
Yeah,
shonen movie. It's let's just say it's not likely that happens, but
It's about 105 minutes, 104 minutes. It's like an hour and 40 minutes, so it's pretty nice. They had a budget of $107 million. Or no, that's the box office.
that's not
Sorry.
right.
Yeah, I was going to say, sorry, that's the box office number so far. But it stayed at number 1 for a long time now. Like, it's been at number 1 for, like, it tops 10 billion yen. It unseated Evangelion as number 1 film of 2021
Yeah, that
at
makes
the very
sense.
last minute, which makes sense, right? Because it's a little more popular right now.
I mean, it's just better anyway. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay. All right. All right.
It's relevant.
But yeah, like, no, but that, I mean, it does. Jujutsu Kaisen is super popular now, so. But yeah, dude, I was very, very excited to watch it. And so just real quick, the plot summary or plot synopsis is Yuta Okotsu is a nervous high school student who is suffering from a serious problem. His childhood friend Rika has turned into a curse and won't leave him alone. Since Rika is no ordinary curse, his plight is noticed by Satoru Gojo, a teacher at Jujutsu High, a school where fledgling exorcists learn how to combat curses. So yeah, basically, Yuta, at the very beginning, he is getting bullied, and the curse, the Rika curse, kills his classmates. And so Gojo puts him in that room, you know, that you see Yuji in at the beginning. And it's
I
like,
thought it was
okay,
stated that he only badly injured them. He didn't actually kill them.
oh
it's
yeah,
just like,
yeah.
It's just like Pokemon. He knocked him out.
Yeah. He stuffed him in the locker, though.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, like, it was very, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they were dead, because they looked dead. But like, yeah,
I
like,
mean,
This Jujutsu Kaisen is pretty gruesome sometimes.
dude, yeah, it was like they were stuffed in there. They were in there pretty good. Like, but like, yeah, so Gojo's like, dude, okay, so basically, dude, this curse is crazy and whatever. And he wanted to, Yuta wanted to, like, kill himself, right? Because he's like, every time somebody comes near me or hurts me, I hurt them really bad. And I just don't want to see anyone. I want to be alone. And then Gojo's like, yeah, but being alone sucks, dude. Like, it's just like,
No, it's pretty nice.
yeah. When you get older, Yuta.
In some moments.
Yeah. No,
Nick
in all moments, Danny.
Nick jumps in the movie and he's like, no, when you grow up, it's going to suck. Stay alone. Stay as young as long as you can.
Cherish it. Cherish it.
But yeah, like, so
apparently when you're a parent, you hide in the bathroom to hide away from your kids. That's what happens.
So I'm not.
You take really long poops so that the kids can't bother you.
Well, they follow you in there. They get a potty trainer.
Yeah, you lock them.
Anyway,
lock them out.
So Yuta enrolls in Jujutsu High, and he kind of starts training with Maki, Panda, and Toge, and it's super cool. They exercise some curses at a school in the beginning, an elementary school, and Yuta starts learning like the ins and outs of like where cursed spirits come from, what Jujutsu High does, and what they do as Jujutsu sorcerers, and it's just super dope, super cool. That it adapts the manga really well. What did you guys think of it?
I thought it looked awesome. It had really good production values. Like the fights were sweet. The monsters were like really like diverse looking and gruesome. Like it was like it really brought out the horror elements of this anime. I like how Jujutsu Kaisen has a lot of horror elements to it, because a lot of other shonen are just kind of, they're a little more basic when it comes to the villains. But this one's cool. Yeah. Are you talking about like my overall thoughts or just like?
Oh, just initial thoughts. Yeah, just initial thoughts is what I meant. But yeah,
I thought it was good. It was very entertaining. It was a good shonen movie. It didn't feel like way too fillery like some other shonen movies do, but I thought it was good.
Okay. Yeah, this had like, this had a small this had one volume of a manga to adapt. You know what I mean? So I think they could kind of.
Yeah. Don't a lot of shonen movies, do they even like borrow from the manga, or are they just like originals?
They're probably just originals.
Because I think My Hero Academia did that at least once, right?
The My Hero movies aren't canon, I don't think.
Yeah, like non-canon. That's kind of what I meant. Yeah, non-canon. But this is canon, though. This is just like the prequel to the other stuff. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, so it does have relevance to like the rest of the story. So that's good. Yeah. Other than that, I mean, I would say like I have some minor nitpicks, but it was good. I liked it.
Okay, Danny, what about you?
I thought it was pretty awesome. I mean, even the fact of actually watching it early before it actually released was really exciting for me. But I really enjoyed Yuta's story and how he falls in certain places, and you realize just how special he is and stuff. So
yeah, he's actually super powerful. Like he's just like he's a badass.
And I also felt that like Yuta is definitely way more happy and kind-hearted than what his picture portrays him. Like, to me, at least his profile pic on AniList, he looks like he's so serious. But in this movie, he was like the complete
so
opposite.
Hard to bite my fucking tongue right now. But yeah, like he's like he's kind of stoic a little bit in his younger days and in the movie, and in Volume 0, he's a little bit more. He's a kid. He kind of grows up kind of quick. But like when you first see him in the never mind. Like he's pretty stoic
just
later
say
on.
It in
but
a
like,
general sense.
Yeah.
Talk about it without spoiling.
Yeah. He's pretty stoic later on. Because he's definitely more in tune with Rika and how he does things, and he's a badass. I mean, he's a badass in this too, but like he's even more badass later on. But like, he's very.
Yo, just
cool.
wait for the jump rope canyon arc.
The jump rope. But yeah, dude, there's a Nendo that's out right now of him, and it's like it comes with like a little Rika stand thing where it's like a little flat acrylic
Oh, wow.
kind of thing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. But yeah, that's I feel the same way. I thought it was super dope. I love Sung-Hoo Park. I mean, I love everything he does. For the most part, like I liked God of High School, and I loved the way he handled the series. Like the Jujutsu Kaisen series itself was like almost more than I could ask for, and I don't know, maybe I'm just like, maybe I got jaded a little bit with how they adapt shonens before versus how they adapt them now,
No, I can agree with you on that. I mean, especially for someone who doesn't really like too much of the traditional shonens and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Something like this for me is really enjoyable, and it's definitely a breath of fresh air. It gets straight to the point. It throws in some, funny little remarks. And they don't even do like anything like sexually like Fire Force does with
Oh yeah.
Tamaki.
Jujutsu Kaisen doesn't need to do that. The characters.
I mean, it really
themselves-
doesn't. Like the characters
really doesn't,
themselves
yeah.
are super well designed, so they don't need to overly sexualize any of their characters.
And
So-
you know what? I still get horny.
I mean, same.
Nick is always like,
I'm
Nick
just
is
like,
always going out.
That's
on
my
a
secret,
bar.
Cap.
Yeah, I'm always sorry. But yeah, like I don't know, dude. Sung-Hoo Park just doesn't sleep, I guess. But like, yeah,
He sounds like the guy who made Parasite. That's a different guy. I keep thinking that's the director for Parasite.
Oh, for the movie, yeah, the movie Parasite, yeah, the Korean movie. Sung-Hoo Park, I believe, is Korean, so that's probably why it sounds like.
Oh, that's Bong Joon-ho. Okay.
Bong Joon-ho. Okay, yeah.
It has like the same like rhythm to it though.
Yeah, well, they're both Korean. They got Korean.
Yeah, I know,
super
I know.
Korean names, yeah, super Korean names. But yeah, like I agree with you, Danny. I think that's another reason why. I mean, with these shonens nowadays, like, I feel like in the last 4 or 5 years or so, Shonen Jump has put out a lot of things that were really amazing. Some of them they've canceled, and then Jujutsu Kaisen was that one that really stuck really well, and it was kind of like, I think people were afraid. I think most people, just like the average anime watcher like me, had reservations about people adapting it, right? Like, was it going to become another Naruto thing where like half of the episodes were the production value was really good, or is it going to be like, and the other ones are really bad, or is it going to be like My Hero where it's mostly good a lot of the time and they're just adapting the manga straight up and not putting in any extra stuff? But I think that's another reason why this was cool, because this movie was canon and they could make a movie like every good shonen lately, especially like Demon Slayer and stuff like that, and even Dragon Ball Super has adapted something that was already canon. So it's already like the story is already going to be cool, right? Because you read it, you're excited. So it's like you're going to disappoint people if you mess it up, right? And
Yeah.
I think Sung-Hoo Park just really likes this stuff. Like, I think he really likes God of High School. I think he really likes Jujutsu Kaisen. I think he really likes...
I mean, that definitely shows as a director, you do what you enjoy, and, the product that you give to people shows how much you care about that series.
I think that's one of those things, especially it's one of those examples of like, and I'm not saying that most animators and directors aren't anime fans, because obviously they are.
Yeah.
But I think Sung-Hoo Park took Jujutsu Kaisen and was like, I really love this. I'm a huge Jujutsu Kaisen fan, and I want to do this justice, right? Like kind of by the fans for the fans thing.
Yeah.
And when you have that, you always get a really good product. And I think what we saw from the series, I don't think my expectations were super high, because I think they were already set at that level and they were met at that level for Jujutsu Kaisen 0. And I honestly couldn't be happier, and I think some people are like, oh, it's just a prequel story, it doesn't matter. Which, like, maybe it doesn't, you know what I mean? Like, in terms of, like, the story in the long haul, it might not matter. But, I don't know. For an hour and 40-minute movie, it's really not that, like... it's really not that big of a deal. Like it's so awesome and so enjoyable, even if you don't care about the story, even if you don't care about Yuta. Like that's an hour 40 minutes that you can be like, wow, that was the greatest hour 40 minutes of all time. Not of all time, but like like of all time. Next to my
Sam
wedding
thinks of all
day-
time.
Dude, there was a Panda Face Johnson. I thought it was a 10 out of 10. I didn't even need to watch it to know that it's 10 out of 10. But anyway, yeah, dog. I kind of rambled on there for a bit. But, like, what do you guys think of it? Like, what did you, how many times did, because Danny was, like, watching it, like, she watched it a few times. I watched it in the sub. And I know Danny watched both. Nick, you watched it in the dub,
both.
right?
I tried a little bit of the sub. I did the dub though.
And my apologies, I should have said this earlier when I was talking about the background stuff. But Yuta is played by Kaylee McKee.
Who's a trans woman?
Yeah, she's a trans woman VA, which is sick.
She is awesome.
And I went back and watched some of it in the dub afterwards. But Megumi
Yeah, the dub was
Ogata
good.
plays. Yeah, Megumi Ogata plays Yuta in Japanese. Anaris Quinones plays Rika. Allegra Clark plays Maki. Xander Mobus plays Toge. Matthew David Rudd plays the Panda. Kaiji Tang plays Satoru Gojo. And Lex Lang plays Suguru Geto. So, Kana Hanazawa plays Rika, which is super cool. And Mikako Komatsu plays Maki. Koki Uchiyama plays Toge. Tomokazu Seki plays Panda. And, of course, Yuichi Nakamura, my husband, plays Satoru Gojo, my other husband. So that makes sense. And Takahiro Sakurai, my other husband, also playing my other husband, Suguru Geto. So, basically what I have to do is make a decision on who I want to marry here. And that's the problem I have with this movie.
Fuck, marry, kill.
Damn it. Fucking Nick is just at the altar. You gotta kill one of them!
I'm gonna fuck and marry Gojo Satoru.
See, that's what I don't get. Like, marry implies that you're gonna do that, but
Anyway, right? Yeah.
yeah, that's like the best one. That's the one you want to save.
You want to say? I'm saving it, dude. I'm saving it.
I'm
Other
picking
than
Maki
Danny
for
stealing,
all of them.
other than Danny stealing my husband, yeah, like I think the dub was really good. But I watched it in the sub the first time around. What did you guys think of? What were some of the Nick? What were some of your? You said you had a few like picky things about it, but
Oh, mostly it's just the one. It was just the childhood friend story arc thing.
oh,
Like they
okay.
did what they could with it, like it in a short amount of time, in a movie. But it was good, but it wasn't like great. You know what I mean? Like where the Yuta and what's her name, Rika. Like they had their story. Like she was, I don't know if it says it in the movie, but apparently she was like an orphan, and so like she and him like promised to get married when they're kids. You know, it's kind of the typical anime thing. And then in the movie right away, she like okay, so she gets like cursed, right? This is like a minor spoiler. It's not really. It's like the whole point of the movie, really. So, can you explain that better than I can, Sam? Her deal.
Well, that's kind of it's kind of a spoiler, but yeah, basically she
In a
turns
general
into
sense,
it.
yeah.
In the beginning, it shows that she turns into a curse after she gets hit in a car accident. And
This is
in
the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
This isn't a super
So-
huge spoiler. So.
Yeah, so then she starts following Yuta around because they said they were going to be together forever. So like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
kind of, yeah.
And that's like a cool idea where it's like, you know, love can be like kind of dangerous, you know, where if you like stalk somebody or if you like let it get too far. But I just feel like I don't know. I feel like if it was given a little more time to breathe, it would have hit harder. But I mean, that's kind of like my main little nitpick. Other than that, I thought it was good.
I'm with you there, and I don't remember what they said in the manga. I have to read it again because it's been a while. But like they did show one scene where they were both in the hospital, and that's kind of like where they met. Because like Yuta was walking down the hall, and he like looks in like her room, and he coughs.
Well, they
and she
showed
hears him.
a little scene like that too in the movie.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Is like they showed it in the movie, but they didn't say in the movie like why they were in there.
Yeah.
Or like yeah, you know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
so like and I'm trying to say is I think they said it in the manga, but I don't remember because I haven't read it in a while. But no, I can agree with you there. I think if they had fleshed it out, let it breathe for maybe another 10-15 minutes, that would have been cool, or had more dialogue maybe. because mostly what you saw between the two of them as kids, they were just kind of playing, having a good time, kind of thing. Which, like, we all have that childhood friend, right? Where we're like, oh yeah, we're gonna be friends forever. Which, like, you know, it's tough.
I mean,
obviously,
sometimes.
it's tough when you grow up, you know. But like, and then it turns out that she does follow him around forever, you know, and it's like, and I like that.
Gonna leave me.
I like that part where Gojo was like, dude, you want to know my theory? Love is a huge curse. Like, it can be a huge curse, dude. But yeah,
It's better to be forever alone
than forever
With a
not
bucket.
alone. With a bucket.
Yep.
Yeah, dude.
It holds my feelings.
But yeah, no, I can agree with you there. And I got to read the volume 0 again because I don't remember if they've.
I gotta watch the
said it
movie
more.
again. I'm honestly like forgetting a lot of details because I had to like quickly watch it
Oh, okay.
when we got the link. So
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
You could have watched it twice, like me.
yeah,
Could have watched it twice. No, I'm with you. What about
this would
you,
be good to
Danny?
watch in the theaters. By the way, there's some fucking badass
Oh,
action scenes.
I'm probably gonna go to the movies and watch it and pay for it this time.
This would be sick to watch in IMAX. Just like the effects and the animation were super cool as well. And there was times where you could tell they use CG to kind of animate over, and it just made it flow really well. That's kind of what Sang-Hoo Park does. I think that's just really well. But I think the CG division did really well. It was just Yusuke Tanawa, who's the CG producer, did very good. But yeah, dude, Hideaki Sugawara, I think, is another person who did like CG key animation. They did a bunch of My Hero key animation. So, but like, very, very fucking. I loved the way everything looked. Like the way they kept it the same as the series. Like when he puts the curse in the sword, you know, and it has like that weird kind of rough outline with like the, you know, neon kind of reddish.
Yeah.
That looks super cool. Like they're keeping everything so like it's cohesive with like if you were to like watch it chronologically, like, oh, let's watch a movie then watch, you know, the first 10 episodes. It looks all together. You know what I mean? It looks like cohesive. But did you have any kind of picky things, Danny, or anything like that to say about it, or no?
I don't really think I have too much nitpicking on the movie. I don't honestly, I don't have any negative remarks really. Other than forgetting and not remembering why Gojo covers his eyes most of the time.
Oh, yeah, why does he do that? Because it's like he's too powerful. Is that it, or something?
Yeah, when his eyes are showing, it's
He's kind of like the voice guy where he has to like cover up his powers or he'll hurt people.
Yeah.
Toge?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Like Inumaki, yeah.
Inumaki. They call him by their first names or their last names. I'm so confused. Like some of them they call first names.
In the movie they call him Toge. I just keep saying Inumaki because like when I read the manga.
Well, everybody
like,
calls him Gojo. That's his last name, right? So they kind of like
Satoru.
flip-flop.
I think Gojo is his last name. Satoru is his first
No,
name.
it is. I'm just saying, like, some characters are referred to by their first, some are their
Oh,
last.
right. Yeah, it's a respect thing. You know what I mean? Like obviously.
Yeah, and like you can't say
Yeah.
somebody's first name unless you know them really well.
Yeah.
This is why
Where
Panda's
here-
the best character. It's just Panda.
It's just Panda.
Shit.
Panda, what's your last name?
Fucking
Panda.
awesome fight scenes, too, with that guy.
It's like in Mario Brothers, like first name Mario, last name Mario. Mario. What's your name? Luigi. Luigi. No, Luigi Mario. We're the Mario Brothers. Anyway, we're gonna review that for cinematography. Planning on the podcast. Everyone take a shot. But
He
like,
said
yeah.
he wanted pickles. Daisy, best girl. Just saying.
Yeah, dude. I love this. I'm with Danny on that one. There's nothing really to criticize, honestly. Aside from, I do agree with Nick what he said.
Yeah, I mean, I think the
But,
plot
like-
could have been like a little bit more creative, but I mean, they're going from the source material. It's like, what are they going to do? So,
Right.
realistically, like, I couldn't have done it any better. So.
And I wonder if you ask like Gege Akutami if he could redo Volume 0, he would do like a more elaborative.
I'm sure
thing.
I'm sure they probably would do more elaboration on certain things and maybe even add a few more stuff to it too.
Right. But later in the manga, I guess, he has more chance to write that in later too, I suppose. But like, other than it's not like, it's not like a super crazy.
I think they could have gone like crazy and adapted it, like just like did it their own way. But they would need like a genius director for that.
Sure.
Because there's ways to do this in only an hour and a half. They could do it.
Like sprinkle it in, you mean? Like sprinkle in other stuff, or just
like kind of like ping pong the animation style. Just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know how you do that. If you could
I don't know.
Masaki Yuasa, he could do it.
I think an hour and 45 minutes is a decent.
No, it's a good amount of time. And honestly, I don't want to be sitting in the movies for over 2 hours anyway. It's a long time for a movie.
Lord of the Rings. Go watch the Lord of the Rings marathon in a movie theater. But yeah, no, there's really nothing to like. It was
very
well
snappy.
done.
It was really well paced, actually.
Yeah, it was paced very well. There's really nothing to complain about production wise or story wise, in my opinion, other than I agree with Nick's earlier point, earlier critique. But like other than that, I mean, there was just like they had that sprinkling of comedy. They had that dark fantasy stuff in it all over the place, obviously, because that's what it is. It's dark.
It's more horror, I would say.
Oh, horror shonen, yeah.
Yeah, because dark fantasy is more like Berserk
and Bastard and stuff, yeah. But I loved it. I thought it was great. I think Mappa did a good job. Distributed by Toho Pictures as well. I think I was really excited that we got to do this. I highly suggest seeing this in the theater. I think I'm with Danny on that notion that I might even just go see it in the theater as well, because I think it's going to be in theaters for a while. I don't think it's not just like a one-day thing.
I just looked on Funimation and I clicked on Friday, and that some movie theaters, there's actually a lot of movie theaters that is showing it. And there's at least the English subtitles have a lot more times than the English dub.
Okay, this is going on for like a whole week.
Yeah.
By the way.
That's interesting how the subtitles have more screenings.
Yeah, I bet you because they know there's going to be that person out there who's like, subs only.
Yeah,
the,
I mean,
the
like,
super weebs.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's one movie theater near me that has 3 showings for the dub, but it has 1, 2, 3, 4. It has 6 showings for the subbed.
Also, there's some movie theaters that are doing Thursday showings. So like, yeah, you're listening to this now, right? Like,
yeah, like
Friday.
Early release. Yeah.
Yeah, but like there are people who have already watched it yesterday. So, not even just midnight, just like 7 p.m., 9:30 p.m.
Yeah.
So just if you go to Google, it shows you theater times, but also go to, CrunchyrollMovieNight.com and you'll be able to figure out there too as well. But yeah, dude.
Also, stay for the ending credits.
Yeah, there's a little scene after the
There's
credits,
a little scene after, so make sure you stay at the end.
And this is a spoiler-free review, so like obviously we're not going to say like anything else. But like, I mean, I thought it was great. I think you should go watch it. I think Sung-Hoo Park did a really good job. All the voice actors did a really good job. I really want to go see it again, honestly. I should have watched it twice like Danny. Because I watched it and then
I'm actually watching it again right now.
Oh, your screener link is still open?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it closed by today.
So the
I
link,
never
I think
closed it.
Well, you
Danny
just had your tab open?
Danny just never closed.
Danny
It's-
cheats the system. She has it permanently
well,
now.
it signed me out, so I had to
Okay.
I had to log back in, and it was still there.
Danny with the big brain moves. That's really funny.
Big brain Danny just has like 400 tabs open. I could never lose it now.
We're gonna be together forever.
Yeah, exactly. Danny's Rika.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my final thought. You guys have final thoughts?
I really like the villain. We didn't really mention him enough.
Oh, sorry, dude. Yeah, we did not. Suguru Geto is
Favorite characters. One of my favorite characters.
That's not really a spoiler because he's a villain in the series, right? But like, yeah, he's his design. Is
He definitely has a big part in this movie, that's for sure. Rather
I
than
haven't had sex in 4 years.
he does.
He's fine.
I would. So I will say, I guess my one nitpick, and I get this is more of a personal nitpick rather than like criticizing on the movie. I wish I knew more about Geto.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is the introduction to him.
Because you've only read Volume 1, right? Or Volume 2?
I didn't even finish Volume 1, but I watched the show,
okay.
and the only thing I know about Geto is from the show.
Yeah.
And I'm aware of, certain relationships with Geto and everything like that too.
Yeah,
So,
like him and Gojo went to Jujutsu High, and they were
yeah.
They were the same year. Yeah. Yeah,
You
there's
should
a
read
big
this for
like,
Manga Club.
I
there's a
actually
big,
really want to read this.
you should
Like
not,
after
you should
watching
not
this,
Mama Ding Dong.
after watching this movie, I'm just like, I need to get back on my reading.
You should not Mama Ding Dong. I recently just caught up on it, and I'm like, oh shit.
And
that
Gojo
reminds
is
me-
just so hot.
That reminds me of one other nitpick that somebody else on another podcast mentioned. They were saying how like the villain's motivation was a little bit cliche. He just kind of hates humans, right? At least in the movie. In the movie, that's the what his motivation is.
Yeah, well,
I'm sure they
it's-
go farther in the manga and like explain it, but
in the show and in the manga. Yeah, it's kind of the same motivation, but he delves into the reason why more.
because the best villains
rather.
are the ones that like you almost kind of want to root for them a little bit. This guy, you don't really want to root for him, but he's cool.
No,
So,
yeah, he's completely.
you're like, I kind of want to
yeah.
live.
There was a little
Yeah.
sympathy going on close to the end. A little bit.
A little bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
But I mean,
yeah,
it was still cool. I mean, I liked it.
yeah, I just like that his main power is to like hang on to cursed spirits. Like it's just like
Oh yeah,
he
like
can
he
hang on to
runs
an
like a whole
unlimited
business for that.
number. Yeah, he can run into he can hold an unlimited number of them. It's fucking
Wait, so okay,
Yeah.
so does he gain their powers then? Is that it?
no. He just uses them. I think he can use their power too.
Oh, he like
Yeah.
summons them or something?
He summons them, or he can just use their like they're just they're completely at his whim. Like he
Yeah.
can just. So that's why he wanted to get Rika.
It's like
'cause he was
Pokemon basically.
He basically is Ash Ketchum,
Gotta catch 'em all.
All right.
and he's trying to catch them all, but he swallows the Pokeball instead of just
Instead of
carrying
spitting
it
it?
around and just carrying it around like a normal person. Yeah. do you guys swallow your Pokeballs, or are you normal?
I can only imagine a
Use
question
them as
like
a
that.
suppository. That way they absorb into the bloodstream faster.
Nick's like, I need to absorb the heavy ball.
The heavy ball. That's
Yeah,
how
you
you do
know,
the kegels.
I would do kegels. Yeah, dude. You should watch Jujutsu Kaisen 0, though. You should watch it.
Yes.
You should watch it. For
You
sure.
want to give
Go
like a final scores?
to-
My final score is everybody dies at the end. Ah, I'm just kidding. That's not what happens.
Yeah, that's a good question, man.
It's kind of
probably
soon
rate the
after
same-
watching it. It's usually better to let it sit for a bit, but
Yeah, I don't remember what I scored the show. I would probably give it this. I would literally
Same?
probably give it the same score as the show. Yeah,
yeah.
which I think is like either. I think it's an 8. I think I gave it an 8. The show an 8. So.
Yeah, same.
dude.
Actually, same for me. I gave the show a 7. I gave the movie a 7. So
Yeah, because literally, like, yeah, it's a movie, but you can, like I said, it's cohesive. Like, it's, you know what I mean? So, like,
yeah. So
yeah.
for me, a 7 means like it's above average. It's like it's worth looking for, or like seeking it out.
Yeah. What about you, Danny?
11
11 out of 10.
I mean, I gave the show an 8, but
Okay.
I feel like this movie is more like an 8.5 to me. I really enjoyed it a lot.
Okay. Oh, I have the show as an 8.5, so I would rate the movie an 8.5. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the same as the Mal score. Pretty
Oh,
much.
really?
It's like
Yeah.
8.7,
No.
8.6.
I don't. I'm probably not in the same thought as Danny, where she likes the movie a little better. But I think also but you've seen all the show, right, Danny?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So
The show has
you have the
more
show
stuff, therefore it's better.
therefore it's better.
Oh God.
It has more characters that I like.
I just personally, to me, I just appreciate spotlights for supporting characters.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, sure.
Jujutsu Kaisen is about Itadori and Megumi and Nobara. So, whereas this movie is about Panda,
Yuta.
Maki and Yuta.
Inomaki and Yuta. So, I just appreciate them getting their spotlight and.
Toge was in this one a lot, too.
Seeing more of Toge, like just watching
dude.
him in
This guy was
action
just
was
sick.
just so sick. I was just like, oh, he might be like my second favorite.
And of course, you get to see more of the interactions, right? Because like one of my favorite things about Jujutsu Kaisen is like the interactions between Toge and other people.
Right.
Or mostly Panda, because Panda understands them the most. Mm-hmm. But like, he'll just be like, "Oh man, Maki, like you should let Yuta train with you with a sword or whatever." Salmon. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah.
And it's like, "Oh man, we gotta exercise the spirit." Bonito flakes. Dude, exactly. You go left, I go right.
How are you
But
doing,
just-
Salmon?
It was so nice to see him in action and for Yuta and Inomaki to like bounce off each other, even though Yuta didn't really understand him too well, but then eventually finally understanding him and stuff was really nice to see.
Yeah. It's character development for these characters if you didn't get enough of them in the show.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So I'm excited
And
too.
honestly, like his power, holy crap. Like,
Oh, Inumaki's? Yeah.
It's so freaking cool.
The problem is like the more extreme the thing is, the more it'll hurt him. So that's why it sucks, right?
Yeah,
So like if he tells somebody to die, it will hurt him, like it'll probably kill him.
Yeah.
So like
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
yeah, because like obviously like, oh, why didn't he just tell that cursed spirit to do this or do that? And it's like because it's not that simple. Like he'll literally, like, you know what I mean? So like if he tells you to jump and he makes you jump, then it's not that bad. But if he tells you to like get sucked into space, then it'll fucking, you know what I mean? It'll hurt him really bad. So like, yeah, that's kind of like the drawback.
It's kind of like in real life. If you punch somebody, your fist gets like freaking broken.
Literally, yeah.
Or if you punch a
especially
wall,
if you don't,
anyway.
especially if you don't punch right. You know what I mean? Like you gotta.
You're supposed to use an open palm, right?
Open palm is just the safest way.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you go
You're
upward,
gonna break your knuckles otherwise.
yeah, if you go upward, stick their the nose in the bone in their nose up by their brain. GG sneeze. It's got dark real quick. Anyway, so like,
Well, this
Dude.
movie isn't all rainbows and butterflies, so.
it's mostly rainbows. Yeah.
I kill people by telling them they got ratioed on Twitter.
Dude, yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Again, big shout out to Crunchyroll and Funimation for working with.
Oh, yeah,
me,
shout
Nick,
out
and
to
Danny
that
on there.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
And I do have plans on talking to them a little more and working with them more in the future. And I will say this too. I also got an email from one of them today. Because of the things moving on Funimation moving over to Crunchyroll, now you can watch Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball GT on Crunchyroll. So
Woo.
Woo!
that's
And
pretty dope.
Yu Yu Hakusho.
And Yu Yu Hakusho. So pretty sweet. I really appreciate. I hope to work with them more on things like this in the future. So again, thank you Crunchyroll and Funimation for helping out the Anime Summit podcast. The three of us really appreciate it. That being said, go watch it. Okay, I love you guys very much. Thanks for listening every week and supporting the three of us every week. And you know, Nick and Danny hanging out in book club. Nick on his
Bucket.
hopefully fifth solo cast soon. You know.
Yeah,
I got all these
right.
ideas for solo casts. I just haven't done them, dude.
Nick, you
I'm
gotta
a
do
mess.
a bucket. You gotta do a bucket
Bucket
ranking
cast.
list.
Oh, bucket cast.
Yeah, dude.
You know,
Um,
it'll be called the bucket cast, and I'll just be like talking about like life. I'll be like, bucket cast.
Record it on your phone, but put your phone in the bucket. And then
You guys ever wonder
into
why
the
life
bucket.
is meaningless? Bucket cast.
It's like really deep. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude. Love you guys very much. Thank you for listening every week. I've been Sam. That's been Danny. That's been Nick. And we've been the Anime Summit Podcast.